Hello students, today I am going to explain hyperconjugation concept. It is very important concept for competitive exams like advanced, mains, NEET, AIMS and MCET also. So if you watch this total video, definitely you will able to understand what is the concept of hyperconjugation and you can do any kind of question in competitive exams. So please watch, please follow me, please subscribe to my channel. So today our topic is hyperconjugation. What is hyperconjugation? So sp3 carbon at least have one alpha hydrogen. If connected with these three, that means carbocation, alkene and free radical and some other atoms like nitrogen and oxygen also. Hyperconjugation will exhibit. That means here sp3 carbon means saturated carbon. The saturated carbon having at least one alpha hydrogen, hyperconjugation will exhibit if connected with these three. So at least have one alpha hydrogen. Yes, at least having one alpha hydrogen of sp3 carbon connected with these three, the hyperconjugation will exhibit here. So carbocation here, yes, CH2, this carbon on positive charge, that's why it is called carbocation. This carbocation is connected with this carbon. Yes, it is saturated carbon, that's why it is called sp3 carbon, and it is having three alpha hydrogen atoms are there. That's why it is ready to involve in hyperconjugation. Right, here sigma bond, sigma bond, sigma bond. Total we have three sigma bond, that means three alpha hydrogens are there. That's why it is ready to involve in hyperconjugation concept. It is first hydrogen, second hydrogen and third hydrogen here. Right, among these three, any sigma bond can rotate towards positive charge to make a pi bond. That's why this hyperconjugation is also called sigma to pi bond conjugation or delocalization of sigma and pi bond orbitals. Yes or no? Are also called sigma and pi bond orbital or sigma to pi bond conjugation. So here this bond rotate towards between these two carbon to get first structure here, hydrogen. Here hydrogen get positive charge. Here no bond is there. Why? Because this sigma bond rotate towards positive charge of the carbocation. That's why to make double bond here and CH2. And this is pi bond, sir. Yes or no? Here this is sigma bond and this pi bond. That's why it is called sigma to pi bond conjugation. And here no bond is there, sir. Here no bond between carbon to hydrogen. That's why here it is also called no bond resonance. This hyperconjugation is originally observed by Becker and Nathan. That's why based on them, Becker and Nathan effect. It is also called Becker and Nathan effect and also called no bond resonance and also called sigma to pi bond conjugation. So all these three names belongs to hyperconjugation, right? And this is the first structure for that. And I want to take second sigma bond towards this one to get here second one. Here no bond, sir. Here no bond to make double bond here. And this is second one. And third sigma bond rotate towards between these three, right? So third one, sir. This hydrogen get positive charge. Hydrogen and double bond here. Yes or no? Here this is third one. 1, 2, 3. So these three are called hyperconjugative structures. These three are called hyperconjugative structures. Due to three alpha hydrogens. Yes, we have these three alpha hydrogens, we got these three structures. That's why these three are called hyperconjugated structure due to three alpha hydrogens. Right? But what is the formula for total hyperconjugated structures? Total hyperconjugation structure is equal, total hyperconjugation structure is equal number of alpha hydrogens plus 1. So this is the formula. Number of alpha hydrogens plus 1 to get total hyperconjugation structure. Right. Here total how many alpha hydrogens are? 3. That's why plus 1 we got 4. So this 4 is belongs to total hyperconjugation structure for this molecule for carbocation example. Right. Next coming into alkene. Right, alkene. Yes sir, this is alkene sir. Yes, it is alkene. This alkene is connected with this carbon. Yes, it is saturated or not? Yes, it is saturated carbon and sp3 carbon. And we have 3 alpha hydrogens are there. Yes, we have 3 alpha hydrogens. Right. So, first hydrogen, second hydrogen and third hydrogen. Sigma 1, sigma 1 and sigma 1. Among these 3, anyone can rotate between these 2 carbons. Right. I want to rotate between these 2 carbon of first hydrogen of sigma 1. Immediately what happens are this bond rotate toward this carbon to form first one. Yes, we have 3 alpha hydrogens. Right. First one here. Hydrogen. Here this hydrogen get positive charge sir, because here sigma bond rotate between these 2 carbon and hydrogen to make double bond here, bond CH2 minus, because why minus sir? Because this total bond rotate toward this carbon get negative charge here, and this is first structure for this one, and I want to rotate second sigma bond towards this one. What happens are here? Yes, hydrogen, and this hydrogen get positive charge sir. Here no bond is there sir, that's why it is no bond resonance. Right, CH2 minus. Yes or no? Because this bond rotate between towards this carbon, that's why this carbon get negative charge. And this is second one sir, second structure. And third structure rotate toward between these 2 carbon, third hydrogen, and this is third one. This hydrogen get positive charge because here no bond is there. Double bond CH2 minus, because this bond rotate toward this carbon, and this is third one. So 1, 2, 3. These 3 are called, yes, these 3 are called hyperconjugative structures due to 3 alpha hydrogens. But total hyperconjugation structure is equal formula number of alpha hydrogens plus 1. Here total number of alpha hydrogens are 3 plus 1, we got total 4. So this 4 is belongs to hyperconjugation structure for this alkene. Right. Next coming into free radical. Right. Here free radical means only 1 electron sir. So this sigma bond consists 2 electrons. 2 electrons, sigma bond, first hydrogen, second hydrogen and third hydrogen. Yes, it is sp3 carbon, and we have 3 alpha hydrogens are there. So the free radical is connected with saturated carbon of sp3 carbon and have 3 alpha hydrogens. That's why it is ready to involve in hyperconjugation. Yes, one sigma bond is nothing but 2 electrons here. So 1 electron of this hydrogen and 1 electron of this free radical come and together to form 1 pi bond here. So like this. So hydrogen, and here only one electron is left, 1 electron is looser, because the 1 electron is and 1 electron of this one and 1 electron of this one combine to form make a pi bond. Right. So this is first one. So next second hydrogen of this electron, right, to make another structure. Right, here this is get positive charge and left 1 hydrogen one electron to make CH2 double C double bond CH2. This is third one, right? Here third electron of third hydrogen. Yes, it is also right like this to make one pi bond. Here left one electron and get positive charge, and hydrogen double bond. Now this is third structure here. So 1, 2, 3. So these three are called hyperconjugative structures due to 3 alpha hydrogens, right? But total hyperconjugation structures is equal to number of alpha hydrogens plus 1. Here 3 plus 1 got 4. We get 4 hyperconjugation structure. Total hyperconjugation structures are 4. It is belongs to free radical. So this is the way to bring total hyperconjugation structure for given carbocation or alkene or free radical, and some other atoms like nitrogen and oxygen also. Yes or no? So we are going to discuss one more example to be understand purpose what is hyperconjugation concept. First example, here we have we have 4 carbocations are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to find stability order for these carbocations. I told you already in my previous classes, this is carbocation, sir. This carbon is carbocation, and this carbon is connected with 1, 2, 3. That's why this is called tertiary carbocation or 3-degree carbocation, right? Here this carbon is acts as carbocation because this carbon positive charge is there. So this carbon is connected with another 2 carbons. That's why this is 2 degree of secondary carbocation, right? Now this carbocation is connected with only 1 carbon. That's why it is 1 degree of primary carbocation. Here this carbocation is connected with no carbon is there. That's why it is only methyl carbocation. Right? It is methyl carbocation. So tertiary carbocation, secondary carbocation, primary carbocation, and methyl carbocation is only. And we need to find stability order here. How to find stability order here? This carbon is connected with this carbon, and this carbon is saturated carbon or not? Yes, it is saturated carbon, sir, because all are single bond. That's why it is sp3 carbon, right? It is also sp3 carbon and it is also sp3 carbon because all are saturated carbon. Now it is satisfied all conditions of hyperconjugation concept. So here how many alpha hydrogen we have? 3 alpha hydrogens. Here 3 alpha hydrogens. Here 3 alpha hydrogens. So total how many alpha hydrogen we have? 9 alpha hydrogens are there, right? And here this carbocation is connected with 2 carbons. Here 3 alpha hydrogens and here 3 alpha hydrogens. Total how many alpha hydrogens in secondary carbocation? 6 alpha hydrogens are there, right? And this carbocation is connected with only 1 carbon, and we have only 3 alpha hydrogens. So total we have 3 alpha hydrogens in primary carbocation, but here no alpha hydrogen. Here no alpha hydrogens because no carbon is there, right? So what is the stability order? What is the stability order for following these carbocations? So here only one trick is up. What is the one trick here? More number of alpha hydrogens, more hyperconjugation. More hyperconjugation, more stability. Right? Simple concept here. More number of alpha hydrogens, more hyperconjugation. More hyperconjugation, more stability. Among these 4, which one has more number of alpha hydrogens? Yes, tertiary carbocation having 9 alpha hydrogen. That's why more hyperconjugation. Here 6 alpha hydrogens. Okay. Comparatively this one it is less. Compared to this one it is less. Here no alpha hydrogens. So among four, which is more number of alpha hydrogens, more hyperconjugation, more concept? First one is. Second stability, second one. Third stability, third one. And fourth one is least stability. Why it is least stability? Because no alpha hydrogens, no sp3 carbon. That's why it is least stability among these four. So the stability order is, first one is more stable than second one, then third one, and least fourth one. So this is the stability order. Next example. We have three structures and three are carbocations. Plus, plus, plus. That's why three are carbocations. You need to find stability order for this one. Here, this carbon, first structure, this carbon is on positive charge. That's why this carbon is acts as carbocation. So this carbocation is connected with these two carbons. Right? So this carbon has only two hydrogens. 1, 2, 3. This carbon has one hydrogen only. Right? Now it is acts as alpha carbon. It is also acts as alpha carbon and sp3 carbon. And it is also sp3 carbon. Right? This sp3 carbon of alpha carbon has only one hydrogen. This sp3 carbon of alpha hydrogen has two hydrogens are there. That's why total 1, 2, 3. So total we have 3 alpha hydrogens. And moreover it is acts as secondary carbocation. Yes or no? Because this carbon is connected with two carbons only. That's why it is acts as secondary carbocation. And here this carbon is acts as carbocation. This is directly connected with only this carbon. That's why this is acts as primary carbocation. Right? Here, how many alpha hydrogens are? Only one alpha hydrogen is there. Right? Because 1, 2, 3 and fourth one is hydrogen. So, and it is sp3 carbon. Right? Only one alpha hydrogens. Now here, this carbon is acts as carbocation here. This carbon is connected with 1, 2 and 3. That's why this is acts as tertiary carbocation. Right, tertiary carbocation. And this carbon has two hydrogens, and this carbon has three hydrogens. Yes or no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 alpha hydrogens are there. So I told you already in first example, more number of alpha hydrogens, more hyperconjugation, more stability. So among these three, which one is more stability here? Third one. So third is the most stable. Next, second carbocation has 3 alpha hydrogens. Here only 1 alpha hydrogen. So 3 alpha hydrogen means more hyperconjugation. More hyperconjugation means more stability. Then second structure. That's why first one is more stable than second one. So this is the order for this one. So finally, what do you understand here? For carbocation, hyperconjugation for carbocation. So tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary carbocation, then primary carbocation. So this is the order for that. Right? Here third one is tertiary carbocation, first one is secondary carbocation, and second one is primary carbocation. So that's why tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary carbocation, secondary carbocation is more stable than primary carbocation for hyperconjugation concept. Next example, CD3 and CH3. Here deuterium and hydrogen. You know what? Here two effects are there. One is inductive effect and hyperconjugation effect. One is inductive effect and another one is hyperconjugation effect. Deuterium acts as electron releasing group or electron donating group. That's why it is act as positive inductive effect. Yes or no? So according to inductive effect, deuterium is more stable than hydrogen because it is electron releasing group, electron donating group. So it is acts as positive inductive effect. That's why deuterium is more stable than hydrogen. So according to inductive effect, deuterium CD3 is more stable than CH3. But according to hyperconjugation concept effect or hyperconjugation effect, CH3 is more stable than CD3, because here only one reason. Here carbon to hydrogen bond and carbon to hydrogen bond. Here carbon to deuterium bond and carbon to hydrogen bond. Carbon to deuterium bond has high bond dissociation energy. High bond dissociation energy required. But here comparatively carbon to deuterium bond, it is less bond dissociation energy is required. Yes or no? Here high bond dissociation energy required, here less bond dissociation energy is required. That's why according to hyperconjugation concept, CH3 is more stable than CD3, right? And it is CH3 is involved in hyperconjugation effect or hyperconjugation concept, but not CD3 here. But whenever inductive effect and hyperconjugation both are present in given question, you need to give priority towards hyperconjugation. So it is very, very important, sir. Whenever inductive effect and hyperconjugation both are present, what happens, sir? In this case, you need to give more priority towards hyperconjugation. Yes, sir. For example, yes, in this case, CH3 and CD3, it is methyl carbocation and it is CD3 carbocation. Here hydrogen and it is deuterium. So among these two, which one is more stable? Yes, obviously CD3 is more stable than CH3. CD3 carbocation is more stable than CH3 carbocation according to positive inductive effect. Why? Because here this carbocation is connected with no another carbon, sir. No carbon is there. Only it is carbocation. That's why it is never to involve in hyperconjugation. So here also no carbon is there. So in this type of example, you need to priority only inductive effect. Yes or no? Because here no hyperconjugation is not possible here. Because what's the definition for hyperconjugation? sp3 carbon is connected with carbocation or alkene or free radical. But here carbocation. But here this carbocation is do not having any sp3 carbon. So in this type of question, you need to depends on only inductive concept. That's why according to inductive effect concept, CD3 is more stable than CH3. Yes, and for example, CH3, CH2 plus and CD3 and CH2 plus here. Here carbocation and carbocation. This carbocation is connected with another carbon. Yes, it is sp3 carbon because saturated carbon. Yes, it is also sp3 carbon. But here hydrogens and here deuterium is there. Here two effects are there. One is positive inductive effect and other one is hyperconjugation effect. Yes, in this case, you need to depends on only hyperconjugation concept. I told you already, whenever hyperconjugation and positive inductive effect both are is there, so you need to give more priority towards only hyperconjugation concept. So CH3 is more stable than CD3. That means first structure is more stable than second structure. Yes or no? But in this case, you need to depends on only positive inductive effect because here no carbon, no sp3 carbon is there. So these two are very, very important examples to understand what is hyperconjugation concept. Yes or no? Because this carbocation is connected with sp3 carbon. This carbocation is connected with sp3 carbon. So here inductive effect is possible and hyperconjugation is possible. But I told you already, whenever inductive effect and hyperconjugation both are there, you need to give more priority towards only hyperconjugation. That's why first structure is more stable than second structure. Yes, next question. We need to find stability order here. This carbocation is having one methyl group. This carbocation having one CD3 group. CD3 deuterium group is there. So here inductive effect and hyperconjugation both are effect about stability order here. I told you already, whenever inductive effect and hyperconjugation is more priority than inductive effect here. So here this carbon is acts as alpha carbon and it is sp3 carbon. It is also alpha carbon and sp3 carbon. But here 3 alpha hydrogens, here no alpha hydrogen. That's why here no hyperconjugation. Yes, here no hyperconjugation. But yes, these three sigma bonds are conjugation with these 3 pi bonds. So to make hyperconjugation. That's why here first one is more stable than second one. Right? Next examples. Alkene, alkene, alkene. What is the stability order among these 3 alkenes? Yes, this alkene, so do not have any saturated carbon. I mean here no alpha carbon is there. That means no sp3 carbon is there. That's why here I mean no alpha hydrogens are there. No hyperconjugation is not possible here. Yes, this alkene is connected with one sp3 carbon, I mean one saturated carbon, and we have 3 alpha hydrogens are there. Right? So this alkene is connected with 2 alpha carbons. That means it is sp3 carbon and it is also sp3 carbon. 3 plus 3, total 6 alpha hydrogens are there. I told you already more alpha hydrogens, more hyperconjugation, more stability. So I think third one is more stable than second one, than first one. Yes, because third one is 6 alpha hydrogens, more stable. Next 3 alpha hydrogens, next no alpha hydrogens. So third is more stable than second one is more stable than first one. And here free radical. So this is the free radical carbon, right? This free radical carbon is connected with carbon, carbon and carbon. Yes or no? So this carbon 2 hydrogens, this carbon 2 hydrogen, but this carbon has 3 hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 alpha hydrogens are there. And moreover it is tertiary free radicals are tertiary free radical carbon, I mean 3 degree free radical carbon, and this is carbon free radical carbon. This free radical carbon is connected with only one carbon, and this carbon has only one hydrogen. That's why here only one alpha hydrogen, and its primary free radicals are because it is connected with only one carbon. Right here, this is the free radical carbon. It is connected with 2 carbon. That's why it is secondary or 2 degree free radical, and it has only one alpha hydrogen. It has 2 alpha hydrogens. 1, 2, 3. Total we have 3 alpha hydrogens. So structure 3 alpha hydrogen, structure 2 1 alpha hydrogen, structure 1 7 alpha hydrogens. So more number of alpha hydrogens, more hyperconjugation, more stable. So first one is more stable than third one, then second one. So this next question, isopropyl carbonium ion, tertiary butyl carbonium ion, N-propyl carbonium ion, and benzyl carbonium ion. Here carbonium or carbocation both are same, right? First one, isopropyl carbonium ion. Isopropyl. So yes, this structure belongs to isopropyl carbonium ion. So yes, this isopropyl carbonium ion, yes, this is carbocation sir, is connected with 2 carbons. So it is alpha carbon and is also alpha carbon. Total 3 plus 3. So 3 plus 3, total 6 alpha hydrogens are there. Right? Next, tertiary butyl carbocation. I mean carbonium ion. So what is the structure for? That butyl means 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 carbons are arranged in tertiary structure. That's why tertiary butyl carbocation or carbonic. Yeah. It is alpha carbon. Total we have 3 alpha carbons. 3, 3, 3. Total 9. 3 plus 3 plus 3. Total 9 alpha hydrogens are there. right? Next one is N-propyl carbonium ion. N-propyl means normal chain, no branch is there. That's why you can write direct 3 carbons, N-propyl carbocation. This carbocation is directed with only this carbon, sir. That's why this is act as alpha carbon. We have only 2 alpha hydrogens. And the next one is benzyl carbonium ion or carbocation. So this is benzene structure, and this is called benzyl carbocation. This carbocation is connected with this carbon, and moreover, this is unsaturated carbon. That means sp2 carbon. So that's why here no hyperconjugation is possible. No hyperconjugation. Yes or no? Here no hyperconjugation. I mean no alpha hydrogens are there. No alpha hydrogens. Right? So which is most, what is the stability order here? Isopropyl carbonium ion. How many alpha hydrogens? 6 alpha hydrogens. Tertiary butyl, 9 alpha hydrogens. N-propyl, 2 alpha hydrogens. 4 benzyl carbonium ion, no alpha hydrogens. More number of alpha hydrogens, more hyperconjugation. More hyperconjugation, more stable. So 9 is the first, most stable among these 4. So that's why second one is more stable than. Next one 6 alpha hydrogen. First one is more stable than. Next third one, and least one is 4. So this is the stability order for this one. What is the final trick for this concept? For carbocation or carbonium ion, for free radical, for carbene ion. Carbene ion means negative charge. It is 1 electron. It is positive charge on carbon. So the stability order for carbocation or carbene ion, always tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary carbocation is more stable than primary. Similarly, tertiary free radical is more stable than secondary free radical than primary free radical. But carbene ion reverse. So primary carbene ion is more stable than secondary carbene ion than tertiary carbene ion. So this is the order for carbene ion. This is the order for free radical. This is the order for carbocation. Right? So this is the concept for hyperconjugation. Next I will do deep discussion about hyperconjugation concept only exclusively for advanced purpose. Right? Thank you. Please subscribe and please follow me.